It's currently 7/9/25, roughly 0604. Exactly. I was just pondering the recent events or recent cases of injustice. What's his name? Daniel Penny killed Jordan Feely and was acquitted. Another video, or yeah, that was more a different topic. But George Zimmerman killed Mr. Trayvon Martin after Mr. Martin beat him up, and as walking away or running away was shot in the back, also acquitted. So that was 2012. Mr. Feely was murdered in 2021, I believe, or 22, or maybe 23. Yeah, YouTube that, yeah, because he was just acquitted 6 months ago. Months ago, yeah, exactly. So I believe it was 22 or 23, where he was murdered for simply asking for money, but being a little hyperactive, I guess, maybe a drug addict. Some people didn't like how he was acting, but like he has a history of doing this, but not being violent. But Mr. Penny was a ex-marine, and as I said, I didn't make the video. They're more conscious of behaviors of what you call it, submission moves compared to killing you moves. So like I said, you could. Oh yeah, I did. You could. Oh yeah, that's more related to George Zimmer. I mean, George Floyd. Arm bar compared to a chokehold. And on top of that, you have two people also helping to hold Mr. Feely down. And yet, this dude didn't even get a day of probation, house or community service, anything. Just acquitted in New York, in Manhattan. So, as the two cases, Sonia Massey, everybody knows about that one. Yeah, nobody really know about who George is. See, all these cases like Mother video, George Floyd happened 2 years before him in, I believe it was New Mexico. Same style of murder. And even after him, security guards were killed with Dr. Rashad Ritchie show. For hotel security guards sat on the guy until he died. So as you see, this is a common practice. Like I said, these are the ones you're catching on tape. What about the ones you're not getting on audio and video? Right? So now we fast forward to Mr. Carmelo Anthony, and I forgot the guy. He murdered or self-defended himself because the law states if more than I don't matter. It doesn't matter what you believe. If more, and look how everybody of the black hue especially is now turning on him and his family. If more than one attacks you or comes up to you, and they already put their hands on him, by law, he is legally able, even though it was a little bit crazy. Should wait until they start jumping them. But see, like I said, that's why you can use a weapon. I'm not waiting until you start jumping me and stuffing my head and to pull out a knife. They put their hands on him. It was more than one, and he stabbed them in the chest. By law, he's able to do that. Well, stop being a pussy if you want to fight somebody and step to them. Like I said, I got a breaker bar. More than one, I'm using this breaker bar to break your face in. After the numbers are equal, once it's 1-on-1, the breaker bar is now dropped. Now we square up 1-on-1, right? So by law, Mr. Anthony, even though it's a tight window in a close situation, has to be released from jail and should not have been indicted on murder charges. Because by law, he was able to defend himself, even though he went a little extreme probably too early. But like that's the purpose of the law. Like exactly. My situation, if two dudes walk up to me or more and one puts his hands on me, but it's still two people having an interaction, I'm going to hit one of them with the breaker bar. And then once one of them are neutralized, then I'm going to drop the bar, or however many, then I'm going to drop the bar and one is equal. I don't have to wait till you start jumping to rolling on me and I'm getting kicked in the head to defend myself. You should not come to me with more than one person trying to, and I know, and on top of that, where was he in Texas? Texas? Exactly. One of the most racist states outside of the cities in the country. Deep South Texas. Right. So by law, he was able to do what he did. He did a little bit crazy, but still, nonetheless, it's a tight window. And Daniel Penny choked the man for 5 minutes plus while having aid of dudes holding the guy's arm so he couldn't even fight back. And on top of it, yeah, they were so he could have somebody could have grabbed his arm. All right, put his arm behind his back. All right, bet I'm turn him over. Hold it, but there you go. I'm gonna let him go, and then somebody do the arm bar. Then he grabbed the arm. Boom. On top of it, you have two other guys. None of them were aiding Mr. Feely. They was all aiding Mr. Penny. They even more solidified the fact that he murdered him openly. Because he also, on top of it, he's not a regular citizen. He has knowledge on how to subdue somebody compared to how to kill them. It didn't get 1 day in prison. I don't, is that, well, that's George. The same. Well, if you don't care about that, why you hype about Mr. Carmelo Anthony? He actually is justified in doing it to a certain degree. Mr. Penny or Mr. Philly died. It was not justified in any way, shape, or form. He had two people extra to help hold him down. And America is saying nothing about this. That was 6 months ago and suppressed, and you heard nothing about it. You barely even heard about it on the movie. You barely even heard about it on the news when he killed them, except for in New York. And luckily, me being me, my current event channel brought it up on the news feed. Right. So America didn't even make a big deal about it. How they make a big deal about Jordan? Mr. Jordan Lee was the guy who killed. They're not making a big deal. Right. Now you're making a big deal about the Jordan Daniel Philly Penny, but yet hype about Mr. Carmelo Anthony. So and you have myriad other cases where they're talking about then you go to law enforcement. Exactly. Wow. So this shows you once in my other video why you have to separate, but also how you have to govern yourselves or police yourselves. But right there, you don't want to do that among your enemy because they'll still come around on some, I don't know, attempting to sabotage you. I don't know exactly. So it will be wise to separate and get your own land, hopefully your own continent, especially over on the continent they're already taking over. Like I said, South Africa or Alkebulan. Exactly. They're over still living like the 60s. Mr. Mandela still what Mr. Mandela was fighting against. So what did he go to jail for and fight for? Just to turn around and have the same. We don't want blacks here. You're in Ethiopia, land of the burnt face. Don't like it, get the fuck out. Take you, the Asians, the Arabs, anybody not from that continent, and go back to your native land. And then tell the blacks in those native lands to get out. Right, but you're coming to my land, like I said, over here, I'm West Indian of the continent, not of the Indies. So this is my continent anyway. Is that birthright? But by the way, they tell you to get out of here, but then follow you everywhere you go, and they be, hey man, I want to see you here. Like, what the fuck? You just told me to leave. I had no problem doing so, not on some corny shit, but just because I don't want to be around you. And you follow me and then turn around and say, oh, I want this land. Oh, I want this land. I want this land. I told you, like the guy played with the toy, and you have a new toy. Like, I know it's my toy, but then you play with one of the older toys. No, I want that one too. I want that too. Like a little bitch. like a little bitch, right? And get mad because you don't want to, and then get mad because you want to do with them, and try to turn around. Like, all right, man. Like Europeans. I'm sorry, the most gayest culture in the fucking planet. I'm sorry. I'm happy to say that I'm not of that culture. I follow on top of even people of my own hue go into that following after this nut ass, gay ass, bitch ass shit of, oh, you don't like it, you can get out, and then you get out and still want to fuck a bitch. Just clingy and like, yo, man, I'm 13 years celibate. On top of that, I'm 100% heterosexual. Thank you. I'm all right. Please go with your kind and get away from I. As I said, Israel needs to separate. That's what they should be fighting for right now. Everybody's art. Well, see, my other video, Mr. President Trump is a businessman. A businessman. So you should be, as tyrannic followers anyway, come in with your money, whatever. Like I said, it was at 12th grade, your blueprint for your business, but more so how to make money, but also requesting your own land or whatever the case, where you can be isolated but yet still having resources away from Babylon. If you don't cry tomorrow, because the scriptures tell you to separate myriads of them, but especially Revelations 18:4-7. Come out of my people, receive not her sins nor her plagues. And in Revelations 18:1 says I saw the angel coming with great power. Enoch 40 verses 9, I believe. This is the third Gabriel, who presides over what? All that which is powerful. So I would argue that's him stating, one of the guys, is my new favorite. I like Micaiah, is my man, Daniel chapter 12, 1. But to me, see, Gabriel, it says, Enoch 40 verses 8 says the first is Micaiah, who has great patience. See, I don't have that. I just want to kill you. So it's telling you, and see, that's why I more relate to Gabriel. It's telling you, the one with power says to come out of them, my people, and exactly separate and get ready for what? War. As she tormented you, torment her. As she grieved you, grieve her. But also it says that you have not her sins or what? The plagues. It also said, what is that? 16 verse 9 of Revelations, the vials poured among the people, causing what? Great plagues. Motherfuckers is crazy. Crazy. Like I said, Jehovah is back in 2018. So the plagues, are they physical or spiritual? Right. So you would want to separate from that, right? Well, if you don't, I can help you, because as Moses said, let this be your wisdom and your understanding. I'm using intelligence and common sense. Oh, COVID-19. It says it attacks the stem of the brain. Right. Made that video. Oh, you can Google it. Also, that is COVID making you dumb. It says what? Those who have moderate, who had, yeah, exactly. Who have not even severe symptoms or even really tested at high levels, they still have about 5 years of aging of the brain, meaning it says a lower, let's say 5 to 10 points drop in IQ, and now it's even increased to like almost 15 points in IQ. So that means it's 20 years of aging of the brain, which was never talked about in social media, but yet on social media or a social media page, which is YouTube, actual doctors with research from medical institutions stating it destroys the brain. Right. Cognitive function. One of them, self-control. Discipline, self-control. No self-control, meaning behavior, not discipline. Go to get a dictionary and define discipline compared to behavior or self-control. It's not the same. Similar, not the same. But either way, that's why people get so crazy and doing things they normally wouldn't do, because their behavior is not in control anymore. They're going crazy. These are one of the plagues, see, of the mind. Which, if you were, prime example, had you had your own land, stand together, fall together, when COVID hit, which was 4 to 5 years later, you could have shut down everything, still not going out there on some bum stuff, but intelligently, basically like, The Walking Dead, but on steroids, and before, like, if you could have prepared for The Walking Dead, made it a way better environment and able to thrive and still like have income. Like I said, different paths, different crafts of the path. So you have people who know how to make money off the grid or at home, bringing it to for the whole communities all around the world. They are tyrannic. So you would not have came in contact, or highly unlikely came in contact with the COVID or any future plagues. All right, well, you go ahead and you make a video and you go ahead and show me the laws, using the laws of Moses, those who are claiming the laws of Moses. No niggardly behavior, purely laws of attraction, whatever, and show why you should. It's my other video. Okay, let's stay. Now what? You cannot, any way, shape, or form, make any logical sense to stay. All right? Return to that side of candor. But yeah, back to it. This is why, Mr. Carmelo Anthony should be released, because by law, he defended himself. I mean, it's not the most popular or the most, yeah, exactly, but still by law. So they try to jump him. He doesn't have to wait till they start stomping his head in or two. Exactly, they came in and threatened, and one of them grabbed him, and he stated they're going to kick his ass or wherever he said. He felt threatened. And on top of that, they made physical contact, even more by law. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But according to law, he must be set free. Liberation, man.